terms of the Nylander scenario, I'm curious where
I like it.
you stand on this, where Willie's on the third line tonight, and Berube's not being shy about this.
No.
Like, he is,
No.
he's like, this is a demotion. He's not playing well. Like, not
Yeah.
those exact words, but he's not sugarcoating this.
Well, I will say this, and I was going to say it, and I will say it on SportsCenter because I was eager to see what Jeff O'Neill's reaction to it was going to be. This is a situation where Willie Nylander is going to that third line as a compliment to that line, right? If Bobby McMahon doesn't get suspended for one game, Nylander probably isn't going to that line simply because why would you break up that line? Right, you
Right, it was playing well,
you
right.
wouldn't with Joshua and Nick Waugh, and Nick Robertson doesn't come out of the press box. He stays in the press box. So, Nylander is being put on that line, obviously because of his skill set, but the belief from the coach at least is that those two guys in Dakota Joshua and Nick Waugh will get him the puck. But he's going to put himself in a place to receive that puck and do something with it. So Willie's got to up his game for that line to be successful. But those two guys, through the eyes of Craig Berube, are the two that are probably going to get him more engaged than he's been.
I think, Darren, like we were talking about it earlier, he's got to go from being more of a consistent player as opposed to just looking for the spectacular play, floating around the red line. And he can make the spectacular play. That game against the New York Rangers in overtime, it's like, oh, Willie goes in there and he makes that play and it's game over, they win the game.
Yep.
But there's just got to be more than that on a consistent basis because it's just not there.
Yeah, and unfortunately you'd say that about a few others. But Willie's sort of dip in and dip out has been more of an issue of late.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Go ahead.
Has a leading scorer on a team ever been criticized more than William Nylander?
Are you saying it's
I think in this case, I don't think he's been great the last little bit. He was never criticized by the coach. Are you kidding?
Are you saying the coach in the marketplace?
You didn't say that.
Okay,
You're
I
saying
should have
the
clarified.
marketplace.
So you're saying the coach.
The coach. I've never seen a leading scorer of a team criticized more than this.
But are you talking about publicly or what we see? When he's
That's
getting
a
an
great
earful
point.
on the bench.
Publicly and at what I
Yeah.
can see at practice, what we can see during games.
Do you-
I've never seen it.
Do you think, like I used this reference last night, and it might be a bit extreme, but everyone talks about Steve Eisman, Scotty Bowman got there and said, you got to play differently. You got to change your game. There was those conversations with Ovechkin when, remember, Dale Hunter got down there and all that. It feels to me like that's what Berube is doing here. Like Berube is adamant that, yes, we need you to score. We need you to be an offensive, dynamic player, but you have to check. You have to be in the right spot. You can't jump the zone. Seems reasonable.
Let me ask you this.
By the way, we have Pierre LeBrun with us here. Pierre's joined us. We'll get to you in just a second here, Pierre, but we're deep in Nylander chatter.
Well, Pierre, you can follow up on this. Have you seen a massive difference in his play? Like
with Berube, you mean?
With Berube in his ear,
No.
have you seen
No.
like game by game?
Not
change?
consistently.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know.
But like I would say, Matthews has made sacrifices to his game since Berube's arrived. He's penalty killing.
Yeah.
Right? He's up against more difficult competition. Right? No, you don't think so, Jonas?
Yeah.
Okay, Pierre, go ahead. You can jump in on this with Nylander and Berube and their relationship.
Yeah, listen, I think this is pretty common that there's sometimes there's an oil and vinegar aspect to the way a coach and a star player interact, and I think that's the case here between these two. I don't think it's gotten personal. I don't think it's a situation that is, beyond repair at all. But I just think that Nylander's demeanor, and Jonas is around that team every day, nothing bugs that guy. And I think that Craig Berube wants to come to work some days and have him or other players, especially when things weren't going well earlier this year, act like it is bugging them, if that makes any sense. That's what I see when I see the back and forth between Nylander and Berube. That's the side of it that I think maybe bugs the coach.
I can tell you from asking him, he does not seem bothered by it at all.
Willie, you're saying?
Genuinely, and has said he likes Craig Berube, likes the relationship, feels like he's someone he can talk to. Feels like, to Hayes' point, that he has taught him to maybe simplify his game at times. I'm just saying, I think there's going to be a point where you do it too many times. Like, he has been criticized publicly more than any other player on the team by, a mile.
Yeah, the only reason he's criticized is because the coach knows that he has more to give.
You cannot be an $11 million opportunistic player where you're getting a break here, a bounce there, and you do this spectacular thing and you raise your hand up and you...
But you can't be criticizing the guy every 5 games when it's like He literally leads the team. He's responsible for I don't know what percentage of the goals.
Man, you're a softie today. Nobody can be.
You guys-
the injuries, the comments on players, and everything else.
Well,
what
let me
a
ask you
soft
this.
approach
During
to
your-
the NHL.
When you scored 40 goals, if your coach was criticizing you every other day, would you be
Do you
like,
not think
dude?
Paul Maurice criticized me every other day? If I had an off game as a 40-goal scorer, he'd be like,
But
down to
only
the
you.
third line you go, dog. You got to get your game in order. And then I would have to be a stud on the third line and get back to the
4
first.
goals a game.
Exactly.
I mean,
5 sometimes.
are you suggesting then he should take it off Nylander or be more consistent with other guys?
I think that's probably
Like, I
the
think
bigger
that-
point. If you're going to
keep
criticize
that energy
him,
with him.
Yes.
But go at, and you got to be realistic with
But the
who
problem
you're
is-
going at. But
Yes,
like I look at a
that's-
guy like Morgan Riley. Riley has not been perfect defensively at any
Nope.
point in his career. You're all over Nylander. You got to do this. You got to do that. Why is he not stronger on Morgan Riley?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But I think that would be reasonable
I think part
if
of
he
it is
was.
what you're saying is like he knows the personality of William Nylander. He knows he can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to criticize your team without actually criticizing the team. You criticize the best player.
Right.
But I don't know, like how many times can you keep doing this? Like we're in December. This has happened like 10 times, 5 times.
It's a go-to play.
Maybe our definition of criticism isn't the same as Craig Berube's.
What would you call it?
Honest assessment?
Coaching.
Motivating.
Coaching.
All right.
Can you name me one other player who has gotten criticized like this all year?
Within the team, I don't know.
Publicly. Like to
in,
Drex's
in
point.
Toronto, there's nobody that's even close.
Not even close.
No. And I'm not arguing against that, Jonas. I mean, you see it with younger players, like Michkov probably puts his hand up and goes like,
Yeah.
but he's a younger player, in a different market. Willie's this is the 10th year in the league.
He's also
making
a
a lot of money.
breaker, though, right? You,
Yeah.
you can
That's the thing.
criticize.
You need him.
You're going to criticize Michelli? Okay.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. What's that going to do? He's not even playing right now.